Queensland, and I'm on a little bit early. I know I said I was going to go live at 5 p.m. It's about 6 minutes early, but I have a few things that I wanted to show you first. I'm on a little bit early. Get started. So, well, hopefully you will all get notification that I've gone live. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you some of the Christmas cards that I received before Christmas that I actually had, and I will go through those, and then we will get into all the crafting that we're going to do. So hello, I can see we've got Helen, we've got Kay. Hello, welcome. All right, I'm gonna put my video down. Now, I did get some other cards that I received. I've been away. I've been away for a couple of weeks, so I did get some other cards. So if your card's not here, I will when I get them off my friend, because I had a friend that was checking my letterbox. So when I get them off her, I will actually show them as well. So first of all, this was a gorgeous card from Maria, who is one of my team members. So she's made this gorgeous card, and just really, really simple. Like some die cuts there out of black, a nice little gold Christmas, and a bit inside. So a really, really cute card. So thank you, Maria, for the gorgeous card. This one here, oops, and it's stuck. Oh, she had a sticker on the back and stuff. This one is from Sammy Joe. This is Sammy Joe has been in my team and is probably going to rejoin again. She dropped for a little while, but she's probably going to rejoin again very soon. So Sammy Joe has used this as a kit. I don't think it's still a kit now, but a gorgeous Christmas card that she created using those beautiful elements die cut pieces out of a kit that we had. This one was from my dear friend Lucy that I go to bingo with. She's my bingo buddy. She made me this gorgeous card, and absolutely a stunning card. So beautiful. Look at that shimmer paper. Isn't it pretty? Not Stampin' Up, but pretty. Sometimes there's some other pretty stuff out there. This one I don't think is Stampin' Up either, but it's a gorgeous card. This one's from Jenny. McGuinness. Jenny has been in my team, but is also a lovely customer of mine. So gorgeous gold and white, absolutely stunning. So very, very pretty. So thank you, Jenny, for that one. This one is from a team member of mine, Della, and she's done a gorgeous card. We actually had this layout in our retreat. So she's made me this gorgeous card, which was absolutely stunning. So thank you, Della, for that one. This one here is from Annette. This one's from a team member of mine, Annette Bishop. So thank you, Annette. She always makes stunning cards. They're always so neat and tidy, just gorgeous. She's got beautiful handwriting too. And she said in it, "Yes, sorry, it's garden green," because everyone knows that I don't like garden green. Garden green is one of my least favourite colours, but she's made a gorgeous card there. This one is from a team member, Jill Temple. She's from Australia, so thank you. She's got gorgeous cats on the card because she knows I love cats. And I'm not sure whether you actually seen, but in when I started the video, hang on, and I go back here. Mr. Theodore is here crafting this. So Theo has decided to make an appearance. He's very happy today because he's been fed before I went live. So can you see what happens when you feed the cat? He gets very contented and very happy. So Theo traveled around everywhere with me over the Christmas holidays. So he did really, really well. He normally gets casting, and I've nailed the problem that I had, and we fixed the problem. And he has travelled many, many kilometres because I actually went to a place called Bingara, which is down south, but it's also inland in New South Wales. And we went to a country town where they had um, a music muster, a music festival. I don't know what you want to call it, but country music. So I went with my parents, and I travelled in my bus. I have a Toyota Coaster bus that I've got done out as a motorhome, and I travelled in my bus, and so did Theo. But I worked out to stop him from getting sick because every time I've gone anywhere, he has got sick. He's really struggled with travelling. So I got some tablets from the vets to actually stop him from getting sick, but I also covered the whole cage. I got a big cage that was big enough to fit his kitty litter tray and his bed in it, and that was big enough for him to actually walk around, like, to be able to stand up comfortably and not be scared and walk around. So it gave him room, and I sat it on the front passenger seat, but I covered it over with a blanket, totally covered over the whole entire cage with a blanket, so he was in this nice little safe little haven, and it stopped him from getting sick. So I medicated him each time I traveled. So the first traveling that I did, I went in the car with him because there was an issue with my bus and I didn't end up taking the bus. So I took him in the car. He got sick that trip and I did medicate him. And then the next trip that we did was from my parents' place in Casino down to Evans Head to the beach. I medicated him, but I put him in the cage. I took him in the bus and I covered the whole entire cage. And he went down there, did not make a peep, not a single noise, didn't use the cheerleader. He was an absolute angel. So I thought, well, that worked, and that was only an hour trip. And then we stayed there for 2 nights, and then we actually had to go to Bingra, and travel about 5.5 hours to get to Bingra. So when I travelled 5.5 hours to get to Bingra, I covered it over and didn't hear a boo out of him, and he travelled for the whole 5.5 hours. Well, that was actually longer than that with stops, but he travelled really well. So I medicated him each time. So the last day I came from Evans Head, so we came back to Evans Head after the Bingo trip. Then he came from Evans Head back to Casino, not medicated, and he didn't have a problem. Then we came from Casino back to Bow Desert, and I still didn't medicate him, and he didn't get sick. So I went on the same road that he got sick in the car. So I think I've actually worked out how to travel with him. He was a very, very good boy, traveling with me everywhere. So I think he was very glad to get home though, and be at home where he wanted to be. So let's get back to these cards. So the next one, this one's from a team member, Doris Bevan. She's in my team. She's made a gorgeous card, and a simple, gorgeous card, making a Christmas tree out of a triangle. So simple and so easy, but lots of bling. So it's a gorgeous card. So thank you, Doris, for that one. This one here is from Linda Christian. She's a team member of mine. She's given me this gorgeous card, and she's from Victoria. So thank you, Linda, for the gorgeous card. As you can see, using that gorgeous star bundle. And this one, I have to be careful opening this one. This one's from a team member of mine as well. This one's from Rosie Barnes, and I didn't even know. I was like, the card is gorgeous, using the Oh Holy Night suite, absolutely gorgeous. But when I opened it, there were all these little stars in it, and I had stars coming out everywhere. So that was a nice surprise, Rosie, to actually have those cute little stars, in the card. So of course I've got stars all over my place because I opened it in my recliner chair, and stars went absolutely everywhere. All right, so let's get started. So there's some of the Christmas cards, and I said I've got a bundle of them as well, um, that I a friend actually that she actually opened up for me and told me who had given me cards. So I will actually show you those when I get them off her. As I said, I've got to wait till I can get them off her to be able to show you those. So first of all, what I wanted to talk about is celebration is here. Our January to April mini catalogue. This one here, okay, has gone live. So you can actually purchase out of the January mini catalogue right now. So it's gone live. So first of all, I wanted to let you know for every $90 you spend, you get to earn a free item. So Celebration runs through January and February 2024. So for every $90 you spend as a customer, you will actually earn a free Celebration item, and you choose the Celebration items out of the Celebration catalogue, which I don't have one of those on my desk at the moment, so I apologise for that. Now, of course, along with this celebration comes joining offers. So we have a great joining offer. We've got two joining offers. In fact, we have the glass mat joining offer, which is you get the free glass mat valued at $106. You get to choose $235 worth of product, and you only pay $169. So it's super, super an awesome deal. So if you're interested in that one, that is a great deal. If you're not interested in the glass mat, and I showed the glass mat this morning in my catalog walkthrough. If you didn't see that, go back to my YouTube channel and you'll see that. If you don't want the glass mat, we have a second offer, which is you get an extra $51 worth of product. So that extra $51 worth of product, instead of $235 that you will choose $286, and you will get it for the price of $169. So no matter which option you choose, option one or option two, you only pay $169 for it. So one is that you get the Glass Pack Studio, which is $106 free. Or the second offer, if you don't want the glass mat, the second offer is just getting an extra $51 on top of the 235. So $286 worth of product for only $169. So the next thing I wanted to talk to you about is I have a greeting card buffet. Now this is for local people only. So in the scenic room, this is a fantastic way of getting your hands on some of the gorgeous brand new products. You make 8 cards. It goes from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and we will be using brand new products out of Mini Catalogue. So it's more or less like my catalog launch, but you will actually get 8 cards to take home, and you'll get to try your hand at some of the brand new products and see whether they are something that you may like. The other thing is I have my January coffee and card class is the Stick of Roses. So the coffee and card class is $45 in person if you want to come to an in-person class, or it's $50 online. So online means that you will get a PDF showing you how to actually make the 4 cards that we're making. You will get a quarter pack of designer series paper. You will get a sampling of some ribbon. You will get a full pack of embellishments. You will get cardstock to make your 4 cards, and you'll have left over as well to be able to make some more projects after you finish the class. But you will have a PDF tutorial showing you step by step how to make the 4 cards. The only thing you're going to need is your own inks, and you will need the stamp and die set. So the stamp and die set can be actually added on at the time of registration if you wanted to purchase the stamp and die set along with the class. The next thing I wanted to talk to you about is, of course, my January monthly stamps club is Stick of Roses as well. And for monthly stamps club, you will actually get the stamp set. You will get a card kit to make 6 cards, and you will get a video tutorial showing you step by step how to make those 6 cards. If you are interested in upgrading, you can upgrade to the bundle, and the bundle you will get the stamp and die set, and you'll still get the card kit to make your 6 cards in the video tutorial. Whatever you're a financial member of my Stamps Club, you also get access to my video library, so showing all of the other Stamps Club videos that I've done. And I've been doing Stamps Club now for about 5 years, so loads and loads of videos for you. I'm also doing a macrame class, so if you're interested in macrame, I'm doing a hat wall hanger or a single plant hanger. We're doing it all in the same class. I've called the class Knots and Nibbles, and you will have some snacks and create a gorgeous single hat or double hat hanger, whatever you choose to do, or a single plant holder. If a hat hanger is not your thing, then I'm going to be teaching the single plant hanger as well. So super, super fun things that I have happening in January. All right, so I'm actually going to play with the hills of Tuscany today. So I talked about this morning in my catalog walkthrough, and I think it is a awesome stamp set that really resonates with me for the simple fact that I've been to Tuscany when we went on our Europe trip, when I went on the incentive trip to Norway. So I decided that I would make a gorgeous card using the Hills of Tuscany stamp set. So let's get started. So the first thing that I wanted to show you is I've got a Misty Moonlight card base. There's an emblem, and I've also got a black layer, a white layer, and I've got an insert layer as well. So I'm going to fold my Misty Moonlight card base in half and use my bone folder to crease that, okay? And then I'm going to pop my insert, which is this one. I'm going to pop that inside the card face and pop that aside so that I know that that is my insert. So now I've got a basic black layer here, and I've got a basic white layer that goes over the top. So the basic black layer is my regular layer size, and then I've stepped down the white to create a little slim border of white. So this is a photopolymer stamp set. So it's a gorgeous stamp set. So I'm actually going to bring in my piece mat, and I'm going to use some of these stamps. Now, the reason that I'm using the piece mat is because, of course, it is a photopolymer stamp set. So because it's a photopolymer stamp set, you will find that it stamps way, way better, oops, when you actually have a piece mat underneath it. Okay, so I'm just going to take that off. So the first thing what I want to do is, I think I'm going to do, I'm going to turn that way. I think I'm going to do a portrait card, and I'm going to use a scrap piece of paper underneath me just to protect my work surface. So I'm just going to grab a scrap piece of paper. So I'm probably going to stamp off with this one. Okay, so I've got a scrap bit of paper there that's protecting that piece mat because I don't like to get ink on my piece mat. All right, so the first thing I want to do is you can see here that we've got this that will create a gorgeous hill. So the first thing I want to do is actually create some gorgeous hills, and I'm going to use old olive. Now, sometimes you can actually use some of these stamps. You can use them first generation stamping, or you can use them second generation to get a little bit of a different, color. Okay, so it's going to create a hill. It's got this cute little house stamp set too, stamp in it as well. So I'm going to ink that one up. Now, because I haven't used it before, I like to do my smooshing technique. So my smooshing technique just allows, if there's any residue when they've actually created the stamp, it actually allows it to um, remove that residue and make sure that it's going to ink up really, really well. So that's just a hint that I always like to do. So I'm going to create some hills here. So I'm going to create one hill up through there. Now we can change this around a little bit and create some going through at a different angle. So I think I want to create a hill going through here. So you can see here we've got a hill up here and a hill here. And then I also think I want to create some hills just going through there. So we've got 3 hills. It looks a little bit strange at the moment, but I'm going to add a little bit of texture in around behind that as well. So I've got that happening. Now I think I might choose a different green. I might do granny apple green in amongst here as well and see how we go with that. All right, so I want to add a little bit more texture in here. So we've got another stamp which is, where have we got that? This one here. So we've got a little fine little bit there. So that's actually quite good that we can do there. All right, I think what I'm going to do is, even with this, I want to add a little bit of texture in behind those. So I think I'm going to use this stamp, but I'm going to use Granny Apple Green, and I'm going to probably stamp off with my Granny Apple Green. So let's ink this up. I don't know. I haven't tried this stamp yet. So you never know. This could end up crazy or it could end up okay. Lord knows. Okay. So I'm going to ink that up. See what that looks like stamped. That looks quite nice. I think I'm just going to ink it up and stamp it straight down. I want to create a little bit of extra um, colour and difference in amongst here. So let's do that. Ooh, see, now that started to make it look a lot better. All right, so I think I'm gonna use this little one here and do a little bit of a hill in there. Okay, so I wanna use some others just to create, a little bit more color in amongst it. So as you can see here, it's just a case of layering and playing around with some of these stamps. Finish that one off. A little another little hill kind thing, so we can actually pop that in there. And I'm just using the Granny Apple Green once again and in there. I'm just filling in some of those gaps now just with this one. Okay. So you can see there we've got some cute hills happening. All right, so I want to do something in the sky. So I want to do a little bit of a look in the sky. So I think I'm going to use a bit of coastal banana with that large stamp to create a bit of a look like we've got some sky happening. Okay, so let's. Yeah, we'll clean. Okay, so let's clean that off. All right, so we're going to bring in a bit of coastal. You're probably going to think, what, when it comes to this colour? But I'm going to see if it looks okay stamped off or whether I want it full strength. So I want a little bit of, oh, I like it full strength. We may as well. We've done a lot of the other stuff full strength. So I'm going to do that up through the top there. And then second generation, no, it didn't do much. Okay. So we've created a bit of a cloudy sort of a look up there. So that looks quite cute. All right, now I'm going to get into the house. The house is the cute part. I love the house, and then I've got so let's create the house. So I think I'm going to do the house in Misty Moonlight. So let's grab our Misty Moonlight. There's also a roof line. Oh, there it is over there. Let's do. I need to smoosh that because I haven't used it. Misty Moonlight. Do I want to do it full strength or half strength? Wow, my Misty Moonlight is really inky. I might just do it. I think I'm just gonna do it half strength because it's a little bit too. Let's do it there. Oh, that looks pretty good. All right, now I've got for the roof line, I've got my basic grey. I'm going to have a basic grey roof. So hello everybody, welcome. So now let me know if you're on Instagram watching because I'm actually streaming live to Instagram today as well. So if you're on Instagram and you're watching, please say hello and let me know that you're watching on Instagram. So there we go. We've got the roof on the house. Okay, so now I want to do a couple of trees to add a little bit of texture in here with the trees. So I think I'm going to do trees in old olive. I think. Actually, my old olive looks more like. No, I'm going to do it in moss meadow to have a bit of a difference in the colours of the greens. Hello, Kate from Victoria. Welcome. Okay, so we're going to stamp some little trees around now. Hopefully this is going to add some. Yeah, that's stamp a few trees up there. A couple of trees down here. Oops. A couple of trees over there. Okay, so see the trees. Once you add the trees, doesn't it just make it? Once you add those trees, how gorgeous is that? What else can we do? Okay, so we've got a couple of sentiments in here. Wishing you peace, you're in my thoughts. I just can't thank you enough. And hello. So I like that I just can't thank you enough. And I think I might pop it down in through here. So I'm going to grab the insert out now. So we've done our front part, I'm going to grab the insert that we popped into our card base, and I want to do just a little bit of what we've just done. So I'm going to grab the old olive and I'm going to do that hill down the bottom. Okay, so we've got a bit of a hill happening there. Can I do, might do another old olive hill going the other way. That, we've got a couple of hills going crazy there. Of course, we're going to do some mossy meadow trees there and maybe some just there. And how cute is that? Look at the insert. Easy as. Interesting, Del. I know it's such a different set, but I mean, you can do some really, really nice things with these scenery sets. So my suggestion would be too, just to go and look at some scenery and create a little bit of a scene happening. So let's do. I might do even just a little bit of that. This one here. Even just a little bit of that sky. I'm going to take it off at the top a fair bit. So I'm just going to have just a little bit happening up the top. So that's our insert. So you can see there, we've got a gorgeous look on that insert by just creating that. Okay, so let's start to put this together a little bit, and then we will stamp our sentiment and get that happening. Okay, so so I'm super excited to have worked out how to do a live video while I'm actually live on Facebook and YouTube. I've now been able to actually do a live video on Instagram. So for my Instagram followers, welcome, and I hope you enjoy seeing a live video. All right, so I have a black layer, so let me get some of this out of the way. I have a black layer to pop in behind that. So I think the black is just going to make that whole scene pop. So it just gives it a little bit more color and a little bit more, it accentuates it a little bit and brings it to life. So we're just going to pop that one onto our black layer. That. Okay. We're going to pop our insert layer into here. Okay, so just like that. All right. So now what we need to do, I'm going to actually pop this up on the front so that we get a bit of dimension. So I'm just going to use some of my dimensionals and pop that up on the front. So dimensionals are fantastic for just adding a little bit of a 3D effect to your card, creating a little bit of lift with your layers. You popped over to, thanks, Laurie. You popped over to Instagram and I'm coming through clear. Thank you very much. I'm so glad that it's working. So for my Instagram followers, you will now get some live videos. So each time I go live. Now, I have set myself a challenge that I'm actually going to go live every afternoon. I don't know, for maybe the next 10 days or so. So I'm going to go live every afternoon at 5 p.m. I'm going to try and do it anyway, at 5 p.m. to show you some of these gorgeous new products, because there's so many new products that are out in our new catalogue that you're going to absolutely love seeing all of these awesome products. Um, Laurie is Lorraine at Lighthouse Stamping. Okay, thank you, Lorraine. Thank you. I just read what your username is on Instagram. So the sky looks like it's watercolored. I know, and that's actually what it's all about, Doris. It's about making it look like a watercolored painting. So now let's grab one of those sentiments. I did think that I was going to say, I just can't thank you enough, or you're always in my thoughts. Maybe you're always in my thoughts. That's a cute little sentiment. So let's do that, and we'll pop it onto the block. Okay, so now I'm going to have to grab one of my white strips. Let me grab my pierce mat again. I'm going to grab one of my white strips that I have here, and we will stamp that, and I'll probably trim it down. So I think I'm going to stamp it in Misty Moonlight. So let's just ink that up. I'm going to stamp it down, hopefully down the bottom. It's very hard. I hope I don't get my hand in the camera here, but I'm going to try and stamp it down the bottom of that layer so I can trim it down a little bit. Oh my God, that is so inky. Uh, I'm not going to use Misty Moonlight. I'm going to use Basic Grey. I think that is so inky. No, let's use let's clean that off. Let's use Old Olive. It's just too inky. Can you see how inky that is? Look how inky that is. Whoa. Okay, so let's use Old Olive. It mightn't be as inky. Let's see if we can do that. You're in my thoughts. There, like that. Oh, let's turn it over and try again. I'm not really succeeding with this. You're in my thoughts. Okay, let's do that. Oh, wow. Okay, we'll try for the fourth time. I mean, they say third time's a charm, but let's try for the fourth time. It's 3 times with there we go. 3 times with Old Olive. Alright, so I'm just gonna grab my cute little handy dandy baby trimmer, and I know before you all ask me, I know you all want one of these, and I know that Stampin' Up! Had them as a joining offer at one stage, but I can tell you, if I ever hear that we're gonna get them back, I will be the first to let you know. Okay, so you're in my thoughts. Okay, so I'm thinking I could just pop that. Ooh, I think I'm gonna pop it over there, and I'm gonna pop it up because I think it will just look better if it's popped up on dimensionals. Okay, so you're in my thoughts. How cute is this? Like, honestly, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous card, and I mean, the stamps have done all the work for us. Like, we haven't had to do much at all. Now, I do have my Tinsel Gems here, which is the Tinsel Gems 3-pack. I'm going to use some of the blue to pop in on there just to add a little bit of bling for it. So let's go this one. So your handy dandy take your pick tool is fantastic for adding your bling. So I'm just going to add one there, a little one there, and maybe another little one up above. And of course, the last final thing that is always fantastic to do, a spritzing of our Wink of Stella. So I'm just going to squeeze a little bit of Wink down into the barrel, and then I'm going to spritz over the card on the front and also inside. So what a stunning card using this gorgeous set. So of course now I'm going to actually make an envelope to go with this as well, because we not only want to make the card, we also want to make the envelope. Is Theo with me tonight? Yes, Theo is with me tonight. He's here on the chair. Margaret, I did show him and at the beginning. I'll show you at the end as well. He's sitting here. He's quite happy. He's been fed, so he's very happy, and he's a well-travelled cat. He's been travelling a fair bit around with me, so he's been having a great time. So let's do the envelope. So we have an envelope here. So let's bring in our pierce mat again. And I'm going to bring in that scrap bit of paper because I want to protect my pierce mat. So we can create a gorgeous look with these stamps on our envelope. So let's do Old Olive for the hill. So we can do a hill happening there and just some mossy meadow trees. And so it's always nice to be able to decorate your envelopes as well. So we can do that on the front. We can also do it on the back. So let's do an old olive hill there, and of course some mossy meadow trees. And you can see we have a gorgeous card with a matching envelope that I am sure one of your friends would absolutely love. So there you go. Look at that. What a fantastic, beautiful set. So as I said, it actually was a stamp set that I was like, I definitely have to get this because we actually had a meal up in the Tuscan Hills. So when Denny and I were traveling on my incentive trip, we actually had a meal that was cooked, and it was absolutely stunning. An Italian meal. It was absolutely stunning. And it was up in the Tuscan Hills, and it was at a vineyard, and the actual house itself was over 100 years old, and all the furniture in the house was also over 100 years old. It was just amazing. So I'm going to say goodbye to my Instagram fans. So I'm actually going to end the live video there. So thank you everyone at Instagram land for hanging out with me and enjoying a bit of crafting. So as I said, I've been playing around a little bit with being able to stream to Instagram and being able to stream to several platforms. And it's really exciting to know that video actually did work. So thank you, everyone. And as you can see, here's Theo. He's been hanging out with me and crafting with me. So Margaret, there you go. Theo is here. So as you can see, we have created this gorgeous card using the brand new Hills of Tuscany stamp set. And you will find that, now I had it in my catalogue so that I could tell you what page it was on. If anyone can beat me to it, tell me what page it was on, because I actually had my catalogue open to it, and then there it is on page 20 of your catalogue. So the Hills of Tuscany. So as I said, great time to purchase during Sale-A-Bration, great time to join during Sale-A-Bration. So we have those two joining offers. So one is the Glass Mat Studio that you get for free, which is $106 worth of value on top of your $235 worth of product that you get to choose, and you only pay $169. Or if you're not into the glass mat, the extra $51 worth of product is a really, really great way of joining and getting $286 worth of product, and you're only paying $169. So you're pleased to see him looking so content. He's been fed. He's actually been fed, so he's quite happy. He's been fed. The problem is we've been down in New South Wales for 2 weeks, and so he's on New South Wales time now. So when it came to 4 o'clock, he was hungry because he was thinking it was really 5 o'clock, because down there it's 5 o'clock. So I tried to string him out, because then, it's fine of an afternoon, but you know what happens of a morning? It's 4:30 a.m. in the morning that he's up and he's hungry and he wants to be fed. And I'm like, no, it's 4:30 in the morning. So yeah, he's actually quite content. So, and he traveled really, really well with me over Christmas. So I don't know whether you actually caught my video this morning. So I actually, my craft studio that we were building got quite smashed before Christmas in one of those horrific storms that we had up here and all around the area. So for anyone that's had some damage done with the storm, for some of my team members still have no power, like they've been without power since Christmas Eve. So I really, really feel for those people. And it's been a really hard time for a lot of people around the southeast Queensland area, because the storms have just been quite horrific. But my craft studio got quite smashed in that, and I lost a lot of stuff. I lost a lot of cardstock and things, and my ink pads were all floating around in flood water and creating a gorgeous pattern over the floor in my craft studio. And it was heartbreaking at the time, but we put it all back together as much as we possibly could the night that it happened, and then tried to dry everything out. Well, today I've actually spent most of the day resetting up everything back in the craft studio. And I mean, as it turned out, other than the product that I lost, I've got one broken window, so it wasn't too bad. Like, we were able to put everything back together as much as we possibly could. So thank you to the people that actually knew about that and that sent me messages about it. And yes, it was after all the hard work that we actually put into that, and to see that that actually happened. Oh, Kerry, your friends at Tambourine, she got her power last night. Well, that's good. Mount Tambourine really got hit bad. Yeah. It was yeah, it was not good. And then I actually went away. Like, so I was away for all of the really bad storms. I had a friend of mine just checking on my house all the time. So it was a little bit of a scary thing coming home yesterday. I didn't know what to expect, but my house was okay. Everything was okay. Nothing else happened with the craft studio. So I was quite lucky in that respect. But where I am, I'm up on the top of the hill, and the way that storm came that afternoon, it was like full pelt straight into the back of my house. So can I claim for insurance? Well, I mean, I don't actually say that I run a business from home. So they did actually say, am I running a business from home? And I said no, because it puts your insurance up so much higher. I could say that it was my craft supplies, that it was personal use. But in all respect, look, honestly, I mean, the craft studio is still standing. I've got a window to get fixed, and it's just one of those things. It really is. So I will move on. I will get past it and move on. I will replenish my stocks and get there slowly. But yeah, I mean, the ink pads were okay. I can just re-ink them. So I had re-inkers and stuff. So I wasn't too phased about the ink pads. The cardstock was the thing that I lost the most of, which was, yeah, heartbreaking. I had just put it out there that week, just put all of my cardstock. I've got some bits of cardstock in behind me here. So I was lucky that I had partial packets of cardstock in here. So I've still got some cardstock, plus I've got all my card bases in my drawers here. So I was lucky that I still had some cardstock left. But it is what it is, and it's a freak thing. I mean, I'm so much better off than a lot of other people. As I said, there's still people that haven't got power back yet. They've had generators running non-stop. My heart goes out to them all. And as I said, if there's anyone that wants to have a break away from being in that situation in the scenic rim, and you want to come and have a cup of coffee and hang out and, I don't know, get into air conditioning for a bit, then by all means, come and visit and knock on my door. I'd be more than happy to give you a cuppa and give you a bit of a time out session. So thank you everyone for hanging out with me, and I will see you again live at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon with another brand new product out of the new catalogue. So while ever I've got brand new product that I haven't shown you, I will be going live at 5 o'clock of an afternoon if my life permits, but I will make it my mission to be here at 5 o'clock every afternoon. So thank you everyone. Have a great day, and I will see you all again tomorrow. Bye for now.